Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, the next day after the steel trimmer video, I got another mower. It's not free, it's not mine, but I'm gonna work on it. Alright, here's what I got. It's a troybilt 21-inch TB 330, whatever. It's got the brake 7.25. It's not clean at all. I'll show you the thing I noticed that I want to see. Holy shit, there's stuff piling out, but yeah, use a quick wash, people. This is a rental property mower. This is a pretty heavy duty motor. I'm impressed. This is a very heavy duty motor, very heavy duty mower. Let's take a look on the chute. Yeah, I'm gonna do the quick wash. This thing apparently runs, but it runs poorly. There's gas in it still. I'm gonna get you guys set up and we're gonna see if this thing actually starts and see how well it runs. It runs kind of sloppy jalopy, not very good. All right, here we go. Again, apparently it starts. Let me check the oil quick. Got oil. Oil looks all right, but I'm still gonna maybe change it. It's not the good level, then I won't. But if it doesn't look like it's at a good level, then I will change it. But here we go. Yeah, it doesn't run very good, but holy crap. I don't know how much this you guys can see, but that's from firing it up. So I'm gonna do the deck wash, or I call it quick wash because I have a Toro. That's what Toro calls it, but it's not, I guess, a quick wash. I gotta figure out that. I gotta get a garden hose and all that stuff. So I'll be back once I've got all that together. But it runs. Starts first pull, sloppy jalopy running, but it runs. All right, I'm gonna give it a quick rinse first. It's kind of what I do to all my mowers. So I always give them a rinse. So as you can see, it runs, but it needs to tune up big time. Whew. Oh no. Hold on. Crap. You guys be able to see this. I'll give it a more heavy duty wash later. This is just to get crap off so it's not all in the garage when I take it in. This is just kind of the first step. Now, this one I like because you can take it off and just thread the... Whoa, hold on. Damn it. Whew, all right. Now, the deck is all the way down. To do is, I want to make sure you guys can actually see what I'm about to do. Yeah, you can. All right, so then all you do is fire it up. Now watch this. This is where it gets nasty. Why I don't want the hose in the way. Let's try that again. Not the hose in the way. So now you see why you want to, if your mower has this, now you see why you want to do it. Turn off the hose and, hold on. I'm going to quickly turn off the hose and we're going to see if it cleaned it. Let's see if it cleaned it. It should have. Should be better at least. Holy cow. But yeah, you guys can see it got part of it. That's why you got to do it for a while. So you got to do it consistently too. So it cleans all of it. So I want to finish up this quick washing off camera. And then we'll see about getting it pulled in the garage here. Alright, so as you guys saw, it's been about a day or two. You didn't see that. But what you guys just saw is I did the quick wash. I cleaned it off camera. Looks pretty good. But we're going to find out why this thing's running kind of like crap. I'm just going to look at the spark plug. It might need decarboning. If it looks really carboned up, then I'm just going to replace it. I think I'm just going to replace that. There is no point in... That is not a clean spark plug. So it's getting a new spark plug, which could fix everything. But what I have a suspicion of too, that could be part of the problem, is... You drop this down. The air filter. I have a feeling that this air filter is not great. And I'm sure the gas is not perfect either, but let's at least just take a look. It could be a perfectly fine air filter, or it could be disgusting. Alright, big reveal. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Ooh, that's where the smell's coming from, is in the carb. This whole fucking mower just stinks, man, I'm telling you. Oof. This air filter is kind of gushy, so... Sure, I want to leave a good impression. I'm going to replace the air filter too. We'll get a brand new air filter. Well, let's continue with this repair though. It's an auto choke, so I don't really have to worry about breaking any primer seals. On the primer style, you have to worry about breaking the seal that's behind this carb, but on these, you don't really got to worry. I like the auto choke. Also auto choke could be not quite opening all the way, which would not be good. But yeah, since this is at a rental property, they don't really want this thing stumbling and knocking and running bad. But okay. Off that comes, oh my god. As you guys can see, it's pretty darn dirty behind there. Actually, I gotta drop you guys down. Perfect, right there. Best angle. Oh, the gasket's still on there, so that's good. I'm gonna throw on some gloves quick. Now, you guys have seen it in my videos before. You know I've got that nice red fuel shutoff tool, but I can't find it. So, unfortunately, I have to take a little more direct measure, but I got the top cover off, so I don't gotta worry about that. I'm just gonna be gentle with the vice grips. There's no point in really going super crazy, just as long as it gets the fuel pinched off, which that's not enough. This is like a full tank too. It's still gonna make a mess. I know it because I've worked on these before, hundreds of times before. But here's the auto choke, which it seems to be moving very freely, which is good. You want it to move free. It stays mostly closed. Actually, it's a little sticky, but that's okay. Let me just show you guys how much gas there actually is in there. It's quite a bit, which is not good if I have to drain it. Which I'm thinking I might. We'll have to take. I might take a sample, and if it looks okay, then we'll leave it. So okay. Actually, crap, I need to grab an extension quick. Okay, I got an extension. 10 millimeter, take this off. Wait, before that, get this auto choke off. That's right. That's really freaking small on the top. Let me find out. I think it's a 4th. And again, I was right. It is a 4th. So I guess my memory of working on stuff is pretty damn good, considering how I've done this multiple times, but I didn't think it was this good. Yeah, look at all that grass clumped in there. That alone could make this auto choke a little goofy, but it's giving it a carb clean. You know, just have the peace of mind that carb's good for the year. Don't gotta think about nothing. Get that away. This is a good angle. So, to get to this 10mm bolt, it's a little tricky. But once you get it, sometimes it's a little easier to just not hit your camera stand. I mean, that is definitely the best if you don't do that. It's not going to be a perfect angle for you guys, and I apologize for that, but oof, that is going to be impossible to get to. There's a lot of shit on the outside of the carb, so that alone is going to be the first thing I do. There's a goofy spring right there. It doesn't seem to be connected to much of anything. See, now, I don't think anybody's been in here before. Just kind of looking at all of this, this doesn't really look like someone's been in here super recently. Just don't get me wrong, is a good thing. But if that spring is loose, I don't know where it's been. And it means if somebody tried servicing this thing before, then they don't really know what they're doing. Okay. Oh my god, there's just so much crap. Jesus, holy moly. I'm gonna just quickly grab a pair of pliers. Okay, now I'll bet some gas is gonna come pouring out, but that's okay. Holy, I can't even see where to hold on to this. Okay, now I can. Let me just zoom you guys in a bit. You can see what I'm doing. That's a lot of nasty crap on there. Maybe just sometimes removing the hose clamp can let you get to that. I need a thinner one of these. Yeah, I need the thin one that goes on here, so BRB. Well, I noticed that I lost the 10mm bolt that goes to one side, so. But I kicked this thing again. This thing is not as out of the way as it could be, but. There we go. Got it. It's about having the right approach sometimes. Just gotta find that, you know? Oops. I feel like just some of this basic maintenance crap should be enough. Alright, now let's just hope that the fuel, I have it clamped off well enough. Maybe give it one more turn, just for good measure. No, that's too much. There we go. Okay, there is no more fuel flowing, I'm quite confident. You guys are actually recording. Okay. Let's see if I can fight this off. Well, no. Perfect. Great. Oh, there it is. I'm blind. There. Keep them together. Okay. Let's just hope this thing doesn't just start dumping gas. Actually, I'm gonna grab a bowl real quick here, which is literally right by me, so I'm not gonna bother stopping the video. Okay. In case this thing decides to have a fun little leak that I have to deal with, which I'm sure it will, somewhat. Have a leak. Come on, off you come. Perfect. Okay. I just want to see if I can get some of the gas out of the carb. And we'll go over to the bench once I get most of this gas out. a good idea to try and get as much as you can out. Okay, well I kind of want to see the condition of the gas that's in the bowl. I can't really tell if I dump it all out in there. So let's get you guys over to the bench. Alright, so here we go. Should zoom you guys in a little bit more. I've got this whole paper towel to film with. So I cleaned the carb off on the outside off camera. I don't think you guys needed to see that. If you did, well, sorry. Well, this bottom nut is a little loose. Already, I'm gonna be honest, it was quite easy to get that off. Got gas coming out, which smells okay. Not gonna lie. Okay. Gently. That's okay looking gas. Smells okay. You guys look. It's clear, which is good. You want that? I'm gonna pause it and dump it. Alright, I also switched paper towels too. Just because I don't think I need to have a dirty paper towel. Alright, there's the gasket, which is good still. We'll clean that up because that's just dirt and crap. The inside here looks okay. There's no way to get that jet out because it looks like somebody has actually been in here before. Looks like they broke it. Or maybe that's how it is supposed to be. I don't know. But either way, we're gonna just take a napkin, or paper towel, I guess, and I'm just gonna wipe inside out. Just make sure we have this bowl nice and clear. As you can see, it's kind of a little speck of what looks to be rust in there. If you guys can see, it's right about there. It's kind of coming off, but that's a really clean bowl. Good. Okay, good stuff. Whoops, don't rip the napkin in half. Come on. I'm failing to remove a napkin here. Excuse me. Alright. So now this pin, what I do is just slide that out, set that down, we'll set down the other thing. Take the needle seat out. Or sorry, floating needle, excuse me. Float needle, and there you go, there's the rest of your carb. You guys can easily see that. It's a pretty clean carb, to be honest. I just think I just needed a little tune-up, and never hurts to open up the carb and just see what's in there, and this looks good, so knowing that, we'll put this back together. I need to be a little bit better about showing what I'm actually doing. A little bit so you guys can see better. And then that outer ring stuff, that should be good. Actually, it was sealing with the gasket, so we'll just clean off the gasket then, which is dirty. I just like to clean things as much as I can, no matter what it is, even if it's a free mower. This is actually the second mower I've ever worked on for somebody. The last one I got, it had a starting problem. Cleaned the carb, got the nasty looking gas out of it, and it runs good now. As far as I haven't got a complaint. All right, gasket goes like that, I'm pretty sure. Put on the carb, make sure it all looks right. That looks good. Don't be dumb. Gotta put this back together now. This is a metal needle, so we don't even have to worry about that. That'll always seal. Okay, cool. So what you do is take this, it's getting caught in my glove, and you just slide that in there like that. You take it, you go up to the carb. Oh, I failed. Not very surprising. Let's try this again. Slide that in like that. Pop that down. There we go. See how it works? Okay. And then all you do is you find the little hole. You just find out where that goes. Perfect. Now we can put the bowl back on. Maybe I put the gasket on the carb first. Ooh, you know it's going to be a good seal if the gasket goes on tight. See? You just take the bowl, set the bowl like that, and the jet. The jet is in fact a little clogged. Wait, could just be gas though. No, jet's good. See that? Jet's clear. You can't really, but I can. I know it's good, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Now I've had these gaskets underneath this nut go bad, and if they go bad, just remove them. It really does not make that much of a difference. If there's a weird seal, it will make a difference, but if it's a tight seal, even if there's no gasket, you're fine. I'm just gonna try to flip the ratchet to go the right way. Come on. Oh, it wasn't working. I had it on the gas rag. Now you don't want it super tight. You want it, oops, right about there. Perfect. That gasket's good. Let's get all this put back on and together and see if it runs good. The gas smelled good, so I'm not really gonna worry about the gas then. All right, so we're gonna take this now and put the fuel line on first. Wait, yeah, fuel line on first. This is a good fuel line. I'm gonna be honest, this is a very good fuel line. See how you heard how it squeaked? It means it's still flexible. Good. Now I'm not a big fan of these hose clamps. If it was my own mower, I'd change it out, but this is not my own mower. And it does not have a leaking, or didn't have a leaking problem, so it shouldn't have a leaking problem. This fuel line goes on tight. So, and if the fuel line doesn't go on tight, then I'll change it for sure, but. Okay. Then we take the 10mm bolts and stick them in. Wait. We gotta put this on first. You kinda gotta fight this because I was dumb and I put the fuel line on already. Come on, in you go. You just kinda gotta let it do what it wants to. Without breaking it, because if I break it, then that's not gonna be good. Okay, there we go, got it. These Briggs Quantum carbs, they're pretty easy to work on. I like whenever I get a Briggs Quantum because I actually have parts and I have the knowledge of working on them. I've got a couple Tecumsehs, such as that one snowblower, which is... Do I even need to tell you what all happened with the snowblower? Watch the videos. Okay, I'm gonna get this front one here. Well, there goes that. I'm going to use the extension on this one. I'm going to get this one tight because if the carburetor isn't moving around and it's centered-ish, then it'll be good. You guys can't quite see what I'm doing and I'm sorry for that. I'm trying to keep the camera out of my workspace a little bit. Now you notice I didn't tighten that down all the way yet. That was intentional, you see. Okay, that now goes on. Wow, this is really, oh, you know what? You know why? I need to move this fuel line, or clamp, I mean. Well, the fuel line too, but the clamp mainly. The clamp is what was really my way. I don't like dealing with these clamps because they suck to move. Okay. I just get rid of the clamps usually just because it completely eliminates any hassle. There we go. See, it helps if you remove the hose clamp, because now, as you can see, that's threading in. That's tight and tight. Okay. Going in straight, so we're not going to strip anything. Doing just fine. So, yeah, I mean, this is pretty much how I work on mowers. You guys would have seen something similar to this, except I did a recoil instead of a carb on my Toro video, but the damn thing didn't upload properly, and I deleted the whole video off my camera roll. So I'll have to save it again to my camera roll and YouTube. But now, I think this little spring here is actually supposed to go right there. Perfect. Because if there's no spring, then it's not going to close when it's supposed to, and it's also not going to open when it's supposed to. Well, actually I think it'll open, but why do I keep flipping that? You guys can see just fine what I'm doing. I'm sorry, it is so hard to keep my hand out of the way of the camera, so if it's in the way, I apologize, but there you go. And then there's this little spring back here, which looks like it popped loose at some point. Yep, there we go. That just hooks on right there. So now you can see it actually springs closed. I got it, was not doing that. So that probably had something to do with the way it was running. But let's move this hose clamp back and hope it doesn't leak. Okay. Well, it's free flowing, so if there's any leaks, we'll see them. All right, cool. So now what we're going to do is the back of this air filter base. That's where this gasket goes. You can see it's a specific way it goes, fits into place. And we have our two 8mm bolts that go on, one there, one there. This vent hose right there. This hose, you got to make sure this nipple goes on that. Once you get that, put that all on. It's just an 8mm socket. And I will usually just have a hand tool that I use sometimes, but I'm gonna get that out because this is gonna suck otherwise. These tools right here that you can put this on, trust me, they are an absolute savior when we work on these small engines. Look at this. So much faster than hand putting it on. Then you can just do the final tightening with a ratchet. Never use an impact on that. I made the mistake, or these even. Just don't use an impact on this. Taking it off, sure. Putting it on, that's a no. I've learned my lesson with my Toro. I just about busted it in half. I just took a hammer to it because I stripped out this so I couldn't get the air filter off. I pulled that thing right out. Luckily, I was able to get the air filter off. I had to kind of break it apart, I think, but it's okay. It works now. So yeah, you want to make sure this is sealed good. Again, you don't want to over tighten it, but I'll show you how much you want it tightened, just so it's not super easy, really. There's that. There's that. Now, whoops, let the camera close. Okay. Get a fresh napkin here, and now I can bring you guys a little closer in. Since I'm putting a new air filter in, I might as well treat this thing right and clean this off before putting a new one in. Alright. Now, I don't really need gloves anymore. Get that out of there. It's new air filter time. So I've got a pack of 3 of these I got with a free mower, which actually, funny enough, was another troybilt, very similar to this. It's the exact same engine, and that's actually a cabin mower now, because it's front wheel drive, self-propelled, and it runs good. But it kind of time for a new air filter. This one's stiff, this one's kind of squishy, so. All right, let's maybe clean that out. Ooh, there's a thing in there. The air filter is probably the most important thing on your engine. I'm gonna just tap this base out quick. Okay, so tap that out, so it's good now. I'm gonna take the new one, put that in, which looks really good. It's kind of a bastard to seat in place. Let me take the air filter off, then try and get it, because you can see a little bit better. I'll show you. So there's some tabs that you got to get onto. Then the air filter just goes into place. Now I hope by putting that auto choke spring back on that it'll run better. Just from that. It almost sounded like it was still getting choked somewhat. Like the auto choke deal was not working properly. Sorry, I keep bumping the damn thing. All right. So now for this, there's a little slot right there. Let me find a screwdriver. Got one up here, I think. I've got it. Nope. Oh, I don't know what I did with it, but here's a different one. This will work just as good. There's a tab in the back that clips into place. I gotta loosen this and then tighten it. Get the seat into place properly. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted because there's some music playing in the background. I shouldn't. It's not completely... It's not my intent of this video, so... Okay. And for the new spark plug now. Let's drop this down. Well, I'm gonna hope it was recording before that. But if it wasn't, I just put a new air filter on. But okay, show you the difference between these. So here's the new spark plug, here's the old spark plug. Actually, I'll get them out and show the difference that way. The spark plug has a heavy impact on how well it runs. The whole thing looks better. Yeah. So, we're gonna put the new one in now. New air filter, new spark plug, carb clean. We'll fire it up here, get it warmed up, and then we'll do an oil change. So I gotta clean it off. So for tightening spark plugs, you don't want them super tight, but you also don't want them loose, so. That's not tightening yet, there we go. Right there, perfect. You wanna give it the right amount of pressure, and then, yeah. This guard right here, I wonder what I can do about that. Probably nothing. I'll let that be. So, okay, cool. We'll, let's get this thing down, and then, we'll test it. We'll see if it's successfully fixed. I'll tell you what, it looks a lot better. All right. Back you guys up a little bit, as you can see. Whoa, let's not show the license plates. I'm gonna have to edit that part out. If you ever see me stick my hand out, it's basically for me editing. It's just kind of, that was a little bit violent, but okay. I'll stop you guys and we'll see how this thing runs. All right, here we go. Freshly rebuilt carb, not leaking, so here we go. if the auto choke's opening up. The auto choke might not be opening all the way up. All right. Just want to see if that auto choke, this thing, that's open. I think. Try lowering the throttle a little bit. It seems like it might need a little bit less throttle, so let's try that. All right, let's maybe turn down the idle just a little bit, or running I should say. Sometimes life's about adjustment. All I had to do was turn that down a little bit. It was running good, but still stumbling and knocking a little bit. Oh, it wasn't knocking as much, it was just kind of stumbling. So I had to turn down that idle. It seems like these engines don't really like a lot of speed, but it runs good like that. I'll put this cover back on. This mower's done. The oil looks good. The oil's a nice golden brown. It's right about where you want it. It's the perfect level. So I'm not even going to touch it because I don't really think I need much of an oil change. Yeah, I mean, this thing's ready for the year. I'm just going to give it a wash, a detail, and then go back to its my dad's friend, its owner. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. Please give me a subscribe. I don't really ask too much of that. Just if you could. That'd be great. Help grow the channel a bit. Share this with your friends if you want. Otherwise, see you in the next one.